I don't know if you can see, my eyes are a little watery. Surprise, surprise. I am so sentimental. And it truly is something that's required. If you're gonna like soak up the essence, soak up the moment, you're gonna allow yourself to really feel it. And I wanted to share with you this incredible, beautiful gifting that I received today, and also to the magic inside of it. So there was someone on social media who I appreciate, who had made a post about how they wanted to amplify and increase both giving and receiving. And I was like, ooh, I am so down for this. There are several transmissions in the Evolutionary Collective about giving and receiving, because I want to increase and leverage the momentum that we are experiencing moving into this collective shift, where those of us who have invested so much, and we're also like pure-hearted beings, we are natural givers, right? Where we get to receive equal to our giving. Like, imagine, I know many of you listening, you are like high-level investors of a new paradigm, therefore you are also extremely giving in your nature. Imagine if you received equal to everything that you give. That's a lot of receiving. And so we're in this place of shifting the energy, like our investments into this new paradigm, right, are meant to come back to us, and we are meant to receive abundantly in a variety of different ways. Because sometimes when you say abundance, people immediately think about money, but money is only one form of abundance. There's abundance of love, connectivity, magic, your inner wellspring. I mean, there's so much variety of abundance, right? Natural resources. And so I had offered to give this person a transmission. I wanted to give her one of the transmissions from the Evolutionary Collective that speaks on giving and receiving, that holds a lot of code relative to giving and receiving, that would support her in the exact desire that she was holding of wanting to amplify both giving and receiving for herself. And what happened was, it ended up actually inspiring a new transmission. So I sent her one of my more recent transmissions on giving and receiving. And in return, which I wasn't expecting a return, I was just here to give. I was inspired to give, and I gave. And she listened, and then she had asked if she could send me something by mail, because she loves to give through the mail. And I accepted, which, by the way, I don't tend to do as much. I do have a P.O. box, like for my business, that I allow people to send me things to, but I offered her my current address so that she could send me this snail mail. Well, I received it today. And it is so synced up in time, space. It is so divinely aligned. I can feel the magic inside of it. I don't like receiving cards. I don't like cards. I'm not a fan of cards. I haven't been for a really long time. But this is like a representation of the alchemy, because I'm receiving this card today, and it is everything. So it's beautiful. There was so much love and care and attentiveness. You can feel it, right? And even see it. Even the envelope for this had a beautiful golden seal with a hummingbird on it, or a bird of some form. I should probably look at it a little bit closer to make sure it's a hummingbird. And so I didn't want to break that seal of the golden seal, so I opened it differently, as in I was receiving this card with reverence. And I opened it, and it's so beautiful. And you are a wildflower. I mean, I've drawn myself as a wildflower. So this statement is true. And then she continues on with the message so it starts, you are a wildflower, ... a rare and beautiful one. Right? This is truth, and it's really someone seeing me, right? And sight itself is a gifting. Acknowledgement is a gifting. Dear Ashtyn, in honor of giving and receiving. And then she put the sacred figure 8. Love, Dana. There's so much love in this. There's so much care in this. there is code in this. I talked about the sacred figure eight in my transmission, and she also, right? So we're like moving this energy between us to amplify this giving and receiving. And then she put $100 on the other side with a sacred figure eight underneath it. That is magic. The sacred figure eight underneath money is to amplify the abundance of money. I've been saying and speaking to my close friends the past few days about how I'm like, money is on its way to me. I can feel it. Money is coming. And I've been doing energetic work every morning, and also sometimes as I'm sleeping, relative to this abundance, giving and receiving in money code. I've also been talking about in the Evolutionary Collective how I'm encoding our container with money code, and here it is arriving. And I teach on and speak on abundance, new paradigm abundance, money alchemy, and also my request, which is to receive clean money. As in, I don't have to alchemize the money, though I will amplify it to create a new paradigm, because we want new paradigm creators, which is also how Gaia has shown me this will reorganize our financial system. We want money to go to new paradigm creators, because where do new paradigm creators put their money? They put it into a new paradigm, right? They create consciously. And so I request that money come to me clean already, then I don't have to clean it, because I don't want to have to work my money. I just want my money to arrive in a clean and whole way. And so this is a perfect example of clean money arriving, and it happening in such a bountiful way that it's more than money. It's not just money. It's magic in money. It's this love and care and giving and receiving. It's being seen. It's being acknowledged. It's receiving return on investment. It's so much more than I could put into words. And the energetic essences, when I opened up this card, I was here to receive them. Not everyone can receive that. Our giving and the joy of our giving is amplified when someone or someone's is able to receive it, right? Like if you give a gift to someone but they can't really receive it, it's like your giving doesn't feel very good. But when you give and someone's able to receive it, it's satiating for both. And that's also part of what this desire and this request was from this person, of wanting to amplify both giving and receiving, right? And so I made sure to send this person a voice memo, like nearly in the moment as I was digesting and receiving what was being provided, so that they could feel the essence of my joy and exuberance and splendor. And I went into detail connecting in with things I've shared here of what this actually means for me today, which is so much more. And then I take that, and as a portal, a code collector, I have high currency of magic. I was increasing the giving and receiving between us, because when things are in a sacred figure eight, like if you just give to someone, it doesn't go anywhere, it just drops off. If the giving and receiving is in a sacred figure eight formation, it is relative to a creation and creation code. It will amplify itself naturally. You can start stacking it. So it expands, and more is able to be given and more is able to be received. And so I was amplifying and holding all that magic and holding all that code and doing what it is that I do in my own form of mastery, so that both myself and this other person could receive even more into our lives, to have these codes anchored, expanded and anchored, right? So this is a new paradigm. The old paradigm, things, they drop off. They don't amass in a beautiful, bountiful way for all. These are win-wins, not Win-lose, not scarcity, not competition in the mix, not unclean money with manipulation involved. See what I'm saying? There's a whole different thing going on here that I'm sharing with you in this moment that I'm experiencing and I'm calling into my life. This, by the way, is the second person this week to send me exactly $100 in appreciation of value that I had given to them and I gave to them freely. I want to speak this into this shared space so that more than just me and even this person can receive, because the more of us calibrate our systems to this, the cleaner our value system is. Our value system, and one we've designated for valuing, is monetary. So we clean up the monetary system by holding the code that I'm holding in this space right now, inside of this share, so that we all can receive it, so we can hold it together. When we hold it together, we anchor it, ground it, digest it, integrate it, and expand it even more than just one or two could do. This is then the many. So I'm calling you in to receive this for yourself, but also to do so in a way that is clean and co-collaborative and co-creative in relationship to a sacred figure 8, because we are meant to receive abundantly. We are meant to receive and share and create and give with exuberance and joy, bounty and plentifulness. We are meant to be fully satiated inside of this life, and we're breaking down these narratives such as around scarcity and what is possible and how one must receive money, which, by the way, fuels non-integrity business and business practices, right? We are breaking all of that down right here, right now. If you have enjoyed this share, then I invite you into the Evolutionary Collective, because there is so much more there, and you will receive so much from the bounty of that space. And I would love, if you are a fit, to have you there. So much love.